Hey there, dreamers and builders. Imagine this. I'm standing in my garage, staring at an old bathtub, a rusty handcart, and a pile of steel scraps. 450 pieces to be exact. What do I do with it? Well, I turned it into a full-on tank. Yep, you heard that right, a tank. In our last adventure, I showed you how I pieced this beast together with an engine and some elbow grease. But then you, my brilliant crew, chimed in with ideas to make it even crazier. Plating, a cannon, a paint job. I couldn't resist. So buckle up. Today, I'm taking you along for the wildest ride yet. Let's dive in. So first up, plating. You told me this tank needed armor, and I thought, what's tougher and weirder than a bathtub? Picture me wrestling this tub with a saw, shaving off 25 centimeters while it's splashing me like an angry duck. I'm thinking, is this tank armor or a bathtub rebellion? By the end, I'm soaked, the tub's in pieces, and I'm pretty sure it's plotting revenge from the scrap pile. Picture me hauling this chunky porcelain relic from the shed. It's a little oversized, so I grab my trusty saw and slice off 25 centimeters. Sparks fly, metal screeches. It's chaos, but it fits like a glove. Now, I'm welding it onto the frame, and suddenly, this thing's starting to look like it could roll through a war zone. So, I'm hacking away at this bathtub, sparks popping like fireworks, and the rusty handcart underneath shorts out. Zzzt. I'm like, great, now it's a tank and a lightning rod. Metal's shrieking. I'm dodging volts, and I swear this tub's thinking, cut me one more time, and I'm zapping you back. I even added steel guards between the wheels because, let's be real, those tracks were slipping off easier than socks on a polished floor. What do you think? Am I ready to fend off an invasion yet? Next color, I grabbed some spray cans and went to town. Think midnight blue with a splash of chaos. So I'm painting the tank midnight blue, adding chaos, and the spray can explodes in my hand. I'm covered thinking, well, now I'm the splash. Driving it now? Pure joy. It's like I'm piloting a spaceship through my neighborhood. Ever turned a boring chore into something epic? That's what this felt like. So I'm test driving my tank, feeling like a spaceship captain, and I decide to conquer every terrain in sight. Gravel, crunched it like popcorn. Grass, flattened it like a bad haircut. Then I spot this muddy puddle, big, sloppy, taunting me. I gun it, tires spinning, and splash. I'm axle deep in muck, laughing like a maniac. The tank groans, I'm slipping, and suddenly, I'm not a pilot. I'm a kid in a sandbox who just broke his shovel. My heart's pounding, half thrilled, half terrified. I'll be stuck forever. Mud's flying, coating me like I'm a chocolate-dipped disaster, and I'm thinking, this is epic, and a total mess. It's like every dull day I've slogged through got revenge in that puddle, but I'm grinning. Ever feel alive when you're totally out of control? That's me, bogged down and loving it. But here's where it gets wild. You wanted a cannon. Not just any cannon, but a movable one. So dismantling the barrel like I'm defusing a bomb. Nuts and bolts bouncing like popcorn. The handle's this awkward, chunky thing, so I whip out my saw, bzzz, and hack it shorter, sparks zapping my goggles. I'm thinking, if this goes wrong, I'm toast. But I slap it back together, twist it, and bam, it spins smoother than a top. I'm giggling like a goof, spinning it round and round, feeling like I just turned a tank into a dance partner. I'm no stranger to crazy builds, so I raided my stash and found a fire extinguisher from an old submarine project. I tweak it, add a pressure tank, and fill it with water. Picture this. I'm twisting a handle, aiming this beast, and boom! A jet of water shoots out like a superhero's power blast. I tested a water pistol setup too, but the extinguisher won. It's got control, power, and a little mischief. What would you shoot with a tank cannon? Water, confetti, or something crazier? Tell me below. So I've upgraded the barrel and bolted on the fire extinguisher. Time to test this beast. I hit the trigger, and a water jet blasts out like a geyser. I'm so pumped, I sprint downstairs, tripping over my own feet and crash land laughing. The tank's a champ. Powerful, mischievous, and now I'm soaked and sprawling. Victory! So I roll my tank to the riverbank, cannon primed, and my buddies are waiting. I blast a water shot. They dive to catch it mid-air, splashing everywhere. We're cracking up, soaked, and it's chaos. Half game, half war. This tank's mischief level? Off the charts. Still, you wanted more firepower. Enter my buddy from Tech-Tastish. He rolls in with fire steel, yep, the stuff from our bobby car days, and we craft water rockets from soda cans. So I'm digging through the recycling bin, snag a dented soda can, and think, today you're going airborne. I splash some water in it, half full, like my optimism, and grab a bike pump, feeling like I'm channeling my inner rocket scientist. My sister's watching, smirking, probably betting I'll blow it up instead. I rig it to a wobbly launcher with some duct tape. Looks like a preschool project, but I'm sold on it. Back in our bobby car days, we'd zip around with no fear. And this feels like that, just wetter and wilder. I start pumping 10, 20, 30 times. My arms are screaming, the can's groaning like it's mad at me. I yell, blast off, and pull the trigger. Psh! Water explodes everywhere, and that can rockets up, wobbling like a drunk firework. It's soaring over the fence, and I'm whooping, soaked and proud, until it smacks the neighbor's shed with a clang. I'm laughing so hard I can barely stand. It's a total flop, but it's my flop. We made magic out of trash. Then, caught up in the hype, I start yanking wheels off the tank for a bigger launcher. Oops, armor's next. And now, it's a stripped-down mess staring at me like, really, dude? I rig a compressor, a car battery, and a trigger. Pull it, and whoosh, the tank lurches backward from the force. I flipped the motor with dual belts for speed and brakes. So I'm in mad inventor mode, rigging up a compressor and a car battery to this tank like it's Frankenstein's hot rod. I slap on a trigger, crude, but it's mine, and give it a yank. Whoosh! Water blasts out, and the tank jerks back so hard I nearly tumble off, yelling, "Hold on, buddy!" It's alive, bucking like a rodeo bull. I'm grinning, heart racing, and decide it needs more oomph. I flip the motor, wire up dual belts, one for speed, one for brakes, feeling like I've hacked a go-kart into a beast. I hit the gas and it roars forward, then screech. Brakes kick in and I'm cackling. It's chaos, it's genius, and I'm the nut driving it. Now it hauls, and those rockets, they're soaking me head to toe. It's like a summer blockbuster in my backyard. What's the wildest thing you've launched? So there I am, tank humming, covered in paint and mud, thinking, this crazy ride's just getting started. Hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and let's keep this madness rolling. Where should I take this tank next? Your backyard? A festival? You decide. I'm itching to see your wild ideas in the comments. Thanks for riding along. See you soon with more chaos.